just, I know you were in the room for the pick, but just run us through, what you guys like with him.
With Keelan? Yeah, well, here's the deal. When you look at, you go through the analysis of all these guys, what showed through is just the ability to make plays. He's a very polished receiver for a young guy. I'm not going to say he's close to the finished product because I think he's got a lot of room to grow, and I think under Tommy's tutelage and Travis, they're going to help him reach really high points. His great understanding of the game. He spent some time on the phone talking about football. Really cerebral player. Great, what I call aggressive hands. Once the ball's in the air and he fixates on it, he's going to go get it. And you watch numerous plays where, whether it's in traffic or up over top of people, he just goes out and gets the ball. As well, in our league, so much is about space and timing. And he has such a great handle on that, finding the windows and zones, having an understanding where to be, how to vary his speed and not get to the window too quickly. And then, as a young man, he's outstanding. The time spent with him, if you look at his history, he gambled on himself, walked on at Montana, and every year he got better. You can see he's one of the leaders on that team. He's got a great attitude. All he wants to do is get better every day, and we're certainly going to afford him that opportunity.
I know yards, obviously, is kind of the stat that everybody looks at, but no drops this year. How big is that?
Oh, 100%. Again, that's the key thing, whether it's an individual or us as a team, we want to have great consistency, and that's what he has. And, at the end of the day, when you look at how he fits in what we do, obviously we've got a dynamic group, bringing Nick in that last year and then the Americans around him. You add Keelan to that group, it's really, really explosive, and it allows us to do some other things as well with different packages. So it's just going to be really excited to see his progress.
About kind of his perseverance, is there kind of a leadership role that's expected out of him?
Well, one of the big things that I talk about to the team and anyone around is the fact that leadership has to come from everywhere, right? Obviously, everyone talks about captains leading the way or coaches leading the way, but everyone has their time to lead. And a player like that, he's not afraid to do it. Those are some of the things that we talk about when we interview these guys. Get examples of how they had to, maybe hold a teammate accountable. But when you have a guy who's a hard worker, does almost everything right, his teammates around, then they strive to be the same. And he's fought for everything he's got, everything he's gotten, he has earned. And that's what I told him tonight. He was thanking us for the opportunity. He's earned this opportunity and what he's done, obviously, even before he got to college, what he did through his 4 years of college. And that's the type of people we want to have in this building. People are willing to work to get everything that they have.
I know it's early, but what are his chances of starting looking like?
Well, that's going to be in his hands. At the end of the day, that's why we have training camp. I can't tell you anybody who's going to be starting. It's what everyone's going to do come May 11th, and he has the same opportunity as everybody else. So I'm looking forward to seeing him get out on the field and earn what could possibly be his.